Hey Raiders fans, we're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Las Vegas Raiders. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. The NFL world is buzzing with a rumor so explosive that fans don't even know how to process it yet. Reports are swirling that the Las Vegas Raiders, a franchise constantly searching for that spark to get back into true contention, have pulled off the unthinkable. They've managed to secure Justin Jefferson. Yes, Justin Jefferson, arguably the best wide receiver in football today, the man who redefined what it means to dominate on the outside, might just be heading to the desert to put on the silver and black. If this is even remotely true, the implications are insane. We're talking about one of the most electrifying playmakers in the game, joining a team already stacked with speed and raw athleticism. The word coming out is that Jefferson has been looking for a new chapter, somewhere he can fully unleash his skill set. And apparently, the Raiders front office has swooped in with an offer that nobody saw coming. Imagine Jefferson lining up in Allegiant Stadium, under those bright lights in Las Vegas, instantly transforming the offensive identity of this franchise. The thought alone has rival fan bases panicking, and Raiders Nation is practically holding its breath to see if this fantasy becomes a reality. Now, let's take a step back and try to picture how absurd this offense could actually look with Justin Jefferson added to the mix. The Raiders have already been building a reputation for being one of the fastest, most explosive groups in the NFL, and now we're hearing whispers that Jefferson will line up alongside a receiving core designed to stretch defenses to their absolute breaking point. This isn't just a big-name acquisition. This is a seismic shift in philosophy. Jefferson's route running is already considered elite. His ability to create separation against double teams is unmatched. And when you add him to an offense that thrives on deep shots and high-tempo plays, it becomes nearly unstoppable. Defenses will have to make impossible choices. Do you commit extra coverage to Jefferson and risk leaving burners streaking down the sideline? Or do you play it straight and risk watching Jefferson torch you for 150 yards? Raiders fans have been craving an identity, something bigger than just flashes of talent. And if this rumor holds water, they're about to have it. This isn't just adding speed. It's adding the most polished, deep threat in the entire NFL to a team that already prides itself on going vertical. But here's where things get even more wild. Rumor has it that the front office didn't just stumble into this opportunity. It was a calculated, aggressive move designed to finally turn Las Vegas into an offensive juggernaut. People close to the situation are saying that Jefferson has been quietly frustrated with the situation, craving more consistency at quarterback and a bigger market to showcase his talent. Enter the Raiders, who have been lurking in the shadows, ready to pounce with a package that makes sense both financially and in terms of draft capital. If this move goes through, it will not only shock the league, but also completely reframe how people view the Raiders' trajectory. For years, they've been seen as a team that makes bold moves, but doesn't quite put it all together. This, however, could be the masterstroke that cements them as legitimate contenders. Just think about how Jefferson fits into the swagger of Las Vegas. The personality, the confidence, the ability to thrive under the brightest lights. It's a perfect storm, and the league isn't ready for it. Even rival executives are apparently shaking their heads, saying that if Jefferson really does land in Vegas, defenses will be chasing shadows every Sunday. Another layer to this whole story is how this rumor highlights the new direction of the Raiders organization. For years, fans have begged for a commitment to star power, to bring in players that not only elevate the team on the field, but also make Las Vegas a true football spectacle. Jefferson is that kind of player. He's not just numbers and highlight reels. He's a cultural figure in the NFL, someone who brings in fans, headlines, and legitimacy. The Raiders' history has always been about being bold, about standing out from the rest of the league, and this rumor fits right into that narrative. Imagine walking into Allegiant Stadium and seeing Jefferson's name on the Jumbotron, watching him hit the gritty after a 60-yard touchdown. The synergy between his brand and the Raiders' mystique is almost too perfect. It would signal to the league that the Raiders aren't content with being a mid-tier team anymore. They're ready to dominate. And that's why this rumor has so many people captivated. Even if it's not confirmed yet, the very idea of Jefferson in silver and black has sent shockwaves through the NFL fan community. Of course, the big question everyone is asking is, how realistic is this? Is this just smoke, or is there fire here? Insiders are keeping things vague, but the consistent theme is that conversations have happened, and the Raiders have indeed made moves behind the scenes. Some skeptics argue that the Raiders simply don't have the assets to pull this off, but others counter that if Jefferson has truly made it known he wants out, the leverage shifts completely. In the modern NFL, player empowerment is stronger than ever, and Jefferson is a superstar whose wishes could very well dictate the terms of any potential deal. Combine that with the Raiders' willingness to shake things up and roll the dice, and suddenly, the impossible doesn't seem so impossible anymore. It's the kind of rumor that takes on a life of its own because it feels like it makes too much sense. And when you consider how much the Raiders need a move that redefines their future, you begin to wonder if we're on the verge of witnessing one of the most shocking trades in recent memory. What makes this rumor especially spicy is how fans are reacting online. Raiders Nation is already going into overdrive, sharing photoshops of Jefferson in a silver and black jersey, imagining him catching bombs under the Vegas lights. Opposing fans, meanwhile, are almost in disbelief, with some claiming the league shouldn't even allow such a move to happen. Social media has become a war zone of speculation, hot takes, and fantasy projections, with Jefferson instantly being penciled in for 2,000 yards if he makes the switch. That's the power of his name and his game. He changes conversations instantly. Analysts are cautiously weighing in too, pointing out that while it's just a rumor, the NFL has taught us time and again that anything is possible when it comes to blockbuster trades. And let's be real, Las Vegas isn't just a football team, it's an entertainment product. Adding Jefferson would make the Raiders must-watch television every single week, and that's something the league as a whole would quietly celebrate. The buzz is real, the tension is high, and the speculation doesn't seem like it's slowing down anytime soon. If this rumor actually materializes, the Raiders would instantly own the fastest and most feared offensive unit in the league, without question. Justin Jefferson's presence alone stretches the field in a way few players can, but paired with the current roster's speed, it's an absolute nightmare for defensive coordinators. Picture a defense trying to game plan for Jefferson's precision routes and ability to win contested catches, all while keeping up with the burners on the outside and the threats across the middle. The spacing would be ridiculous. Quarterbacks in Vegas suddenly have a golden ticket, knowing that no matter where they place the ball, Jefferson's going to find a way to come down with it. This isn't just about numbers. This is about how Jefferson changes the entire geometry of the game. Safeties are forced to cheat deeper, corners are forced to overcommit, and linebackers get caught in no man's land. That ripple effect opens up lanes for the run game and underneath throws, making the Raiders' offense layered and unpredictable. For fans, it's basically like watching a Madden team come to life. And for opponents, it's a nightmare scenario they'll be forced to live through if this blockbuster comes true. The NFL thrives on storylines, and you'd be hard-pressed to find a bigger one than Justin Jefferson leaving his current situation to land in Las Vegas. It's the kind of move that doesn't just shift the balance of power on the field, but completely alters the narrative landscape. Suddenly, the Raiders are no longer an afterthought in playoff discussions. They're front and center as a team everyone has to talk about. You can already see the primetime schedule makers salivating, thinking about how many games they could put the Raiders in under the Sunday Night Football lights. And let's not forget, Jefferson has that rare star power that transcends a sport. His celebrations, his confidence, his highlight plays, he's a walking brand. Putting that brand in the entertainment capital of the world is like pouring gasoline on a fire. Fans don't just want to see Jefferson play football, they want to see him perform, and Vegas is the perfect stage for it. If this rumor ends up true, it's a marketing dream come to life, and the NFL knows it. The only question left would be how fast can this team adjust and start putting points on the board. Skeptics, of course, will remind us that rumors like these have a way of falling apart at the last second. Salary caps, draft picks, egos, and front office politics often derail even the juiciest of stories. But something about this one feels different. The whispers are persistent, the dots connect too neatly, and the Raiders' hunger for a defining move has never been more obvious. If Jefferson really is feeling that itch for change, then both sides have every reason to make this work. That's what makes this rumor so compelling. It's not some wild fantasy pulled out of thin air. It's a scenario rooted in possibility. For the Raiders, the upside is massive. For Jefferson, it's a chance to elevate his legacy in a market built for stars. For the league, it's a storyline that would dominate headlines for months. Everyone stands to gain if it happens, which is why fans are glued to their feeds, desperate for updates. Whether it's an agent leak, a front office hint, or Jefferson himself sending cryptic messages, every detail is being dissected. The suspense is real, and it feels like we're on the verge of something groundbreaking. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Think about the ripple effect across the league if Jefferson truly joins the Raiders. Defensive coordinators across the AFC would be rewriting their playbooks overnight, trying to figure out ways to slow down this supercharged offense. Rival GMs would feel the pressure to respond, either by trading for their own stars or doubling down in the draft to keep pace. The AFC West, already loaded with talent, will become an arms race unlike anything we've seen in recent years. Just picture Patrick Mahomes facing off against a Jefferson-powered Raiders offense twice a year. The ratings would go through the roof. And beyond the XS and OS, this would also reshape the Raiders' reputation. For too long, they've been the team that flirts with relevance but never quite seals the deal. Landing Jefferson would be the ultimate statement that they're no longer satisfied with being in the conversation. They want to own it. That's why fans of other teams are nervous. They know this isn't just about one player. It's about a shift in the entire competitive balance of the NFL. While we wait to see if this jaw-dropping rumor actually becomes reality, the speculation alone is electrifying. Raiders Nation is dreaming of Sundays filled with fireworks, Jefferson dancing in the end zone, and a high-octane offense lighting up scoreboards. Even neutral fans are intrigued because this is the kind of story that injects fresh drama into the league. Nobody can predict how it will all play out, but what's undeniable is the energy this rumor has generated. It's the perfect storm of timing, star power, and franchise desperation. And for Jefferson himself, it could be the ultimate opportunity to elevate his status from elite receiver to legendary figure. The Raiders have always thrived on chaos, on being bold enough to make the moves others won't, and this rumor feels like it fits that legacy to perfection. Until there's confirmation, it's all just chatter, but sometimes chatter is all it takes to set the league on fire. And right now, the NFL world is burning with anticipation, waiting to see if Las Vegas really just pulled off the unthinkable. At the end of the day, whether Jefferson actually dons the silver and black or not, this rumor has already achieved something special. It's made people talk about the Raiders as if they're on the brink of something historic. That in itself is a win for the franchise, a reminder of their potential and their willingness to chase greatness. But make no mistake, if this move does go through, it won't just be about headlines. It will be about winning games, making playoff runs, and possibly even chasing a Lombardi trophy. That's the ultimate prize, and with Jefferson in the lineup, it suddenly feels less like a dream and more like a tangible goal. Fans are desperate for a team that not only entertains but also delivers, and Jefferson could be the missing piece that finally bridges that gap. So for now, all we can do is wait, speculate, and imagine. Imagine the roar of the crowd, the speed on the field, the unstoppable offense that could soon become reality. If it happens, the Raiders won't just be fast. They'll be the fastest, the flashiest, and maybe, just maybe, the most dangerous team in the entire NFL. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.